All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Sorry about that. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday, man. So we found out that the Toronto Raptors will be retiring Kyle Lowry's jersey. I believe this coming year. But I got another person keep coming up. And the legendary, we got to call him legendary, Steve Nash spoke on it. So let's look at this article real quick, man. So I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. It says Steve Nash said the Raptors should retire Kawhi Leonard's jersey. When asked about it, he said, I don't see why not. Unless they win a bunch of championships, Nash said, if they don't win another championship in 10 to 15 years, it doesn't look like they're on the verge. Why wouldn't they retire the jersey? Kyle Lowry may be the greatest Raptor ever, but Kawhi Leonard easily the most important. Wow. Winning is the ultimate goal, and Leonard carried the franchise through the playoffs when the team could never, I guess they meant could never get over the hump. When players was scared to shoot the ball against the 76ers, he wasn't. The game is about winning championship. He came here 1 year, won you a championship. I could see if they were 5, 6 more, but he gave you the ultimate experience. Now, this statement, according to this article, I just came across this article. The article is new, but this statement is kind of old. The statement was during a podcast in 2019. But it's interesting now that we're talking. Because we got the whole jersey retirement of Kyle Lowry that's gonna happen and all of that and you know what? I'm gonna say this, man. I think they should retire Kawhi Leonard jersey. And I think they will. I think they will retire his jersey. I have no problem with Kyle Lowry going first. I have no problem with that. But when you look at what Kawhi Leonard done for the organization and help get them to that championship, I think his name got to ring bells in Toronto. He moved on and wanted to end up going somewhere else. But this is the thing, and I know I'm gonna get some flack for this one, but sometimes I feel like, wait a minute, like there's more. There was more than just Kyle Lowry. I'm sorry, more than just Kawhi Leonard on that team. Y'all know that, right? Like, there was Kyle Lowry. There was Steady Freddie hitting some big shots. Like, come on, man. Like, I get it. Kawhi is that guy. Yeah, they should retire jersey. But sometimes I feel like people forget there's other players on that team. They forget that team was always at among the top of the East year after year after year. Obviously, that was the LeBron era and all that, so it's hard to come out of the East. But they was always among that top, right? And another thing I want to say is, and again, it's taking nothing from Kawhi, man. I think Kawhi is a beast. Kawhi to me was the icing on the cake, but he was not the cake. There was already a good team. He pushed them overboard, right? So I get what they're saying, and I agree. They should retire Kawhi Leonard's number. But I also say, let's give some other people some credit too. He didn't do that by himself. And I've said this many times. Honestly, before that shot in Philly, I had kind of forgot about Kawhi a little bit. I'm just gonna be honest. So I understand where they're coming from with that. I have no problem with that. I think his jersey should be retired. But my question is he the most important, outside of Kyle Lowry, is he the most important Raptor ever? But let me say this, man. When it comes to bringing a championship to an organization that prior to them has not had a championship, then I can understand why everyone is looking and give him that credit. Many want to give him that credit for doing that. But you also got to give some credit to Masai Ujiri for making an unpopular trade just to bring him and taking that risk. So Dude, you know what? I'm gonna say this, I may be wrong. I think Masai Ujiri gonna end up with a statue outside of the arena for the Raptors, man. I really do. That guy he's legendary over there. But that trade, and I'm only talking about him because that trade was one that many was like, that made no sense. They wasted draft pick. They wasted this. But it brought them a championship. So regardless of what happened after that trade, they still. But you also got to look at the leadership and the props of Danny Green, who is going back this year to get his ring in Toronto. That's going to be really, really cool for him. Well deserved. So that's going to be dope. But no, I do think they should retire Kawhi Leonard jersey, and I think they will. But I also don't have no problem with Kyle Lowry going first, man. I have no problem with that. Kyle Lowry has been and probably will always be the greatest Raptor of all time. Well, I don't know. I ain't gonna say the greatest Raptor of all time, but always gonna be the greatest Raptor. But he's gonna be up there. And right now, many will say he's the greatest Raptor of all time. Now, I do want to say that this young core that they got, I think will bring a championship eventually. I'm not saying it's gonna happen next year, but I think that young core, man, I really like the direction they're going. I think they're a championship team in the making right now. You got the coach, right? You think about it. When you think about a team that's, and I'm only talking about the championship because Steve Nash said, well, if they had 5 or 6, then maybe not. But okay, anyway, guy. But when you look at a championship organization, you start at the top. President of basketball operation, vice chairman Masai Ujiri, great. Bobby Webster. I keep getting Bobby Webster and Bobby Marks. I did a last video. Sorry. You got the GM in place. Your head coach is in place. You're elevating the talent level. You got a team. They're putting together a nice piece that's gonna be very, very hard. Especially once all this super team stuff go away. Yeah, this gonna be the Raptors are a team that's gonna be right back at the top of the East in a few years. I predict that. So, should they retire Kawhi Leonard jersey? Yeah, they should. They should. I understand he had a very, very short stint, and that's the only knock. But hey, you gotta give him that. I guess you gotta give him, but it wasn't just him. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, man, you guys be great.